Hey, how y'all doing today? Thank y'all so much for dropping by. I want to talk about the bedroom is undefiled to a married couple. Now, I was watching a video, right? I was watching this young man talk about basically how a man get married and the women don't want to sleep with them no more, or the man doesn't want to sleep with the wife anymore because they probably become like basically unattractive, and that attraction level have dropped. Once the attraction level drop, when you first meet somebody, that right there is the cupcake phase. I call it the cupcake phase, the honeymoon stage when you first meet somebody. Now, when you first meet them, everything is hunky-dory. You're going out on dates, you're enjoying each other, you're kissing, you're hugging, holding hands, trying all these new restaurants, going out to eat, probably traveling together, all that good stuff. And then you get used to the person. You may see some red flags. You may see some bad habits, bad eating habits. You may see some things that you never thought you probably would see. Some things may turn you off in the either long-term relationship phase, or if it's an engagement or a marriage. These are things we have to look out for, but we have to also remember now, the bedroom is undefiled, and this goes for men or women. Just because the woman may be pregnant, she may gain weight, the dude may stop wanting to sleep with his wife. Now, that's just wrong. She still wants to feel loved. She still wants to feel that comfort. You know what I'm saying? That her husband loves her still. Like, why are you going to marry this woman? Because now it seems like a codependent situation. And that's why I said we have to basically look for a companion and not a codependent situation, or just for stability, somewhere to live or split the bill. Like, we don't want to be in those type of relationships, because if you get married and then you try to divorce and go marry somebody else, you will be living in sin. That would be adulterous or adulterer. You don't want to live in sin. The only way you will be able to marry somebody else if you get a divorce, unless your spouse passes away, that you divorce first, and then you can go and marry somebody else. But a lot of people, they don't see it like that. They see it as, I can treat a marriage, or I could treat this person like girlfriend and boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And these are things, this even including me. I have to, whatever I say, I have to live by it too, especially being a disciple, a true chosen one, a true Christian trying to live a Christian lifestyle. I have to live by this too as well. So this counts for me. I'm not excluded just because I'm delivering a message, because I have to live by it as well. These are strict rules that God wants us to live by to have a successful relationship, engagement, or marriage. You're not supposed to move in with somebody until you're married first. A lot of people want to shack up, fornicate, and do the whole marriage thing without even being married, without saying I do first. And they be like, and a lot of people now, they are actually boycotting on getting married because they feel like everything is about looks, money, status, and it's just like, we have a long way to go. We got a long, because I'm seeing both sides at each other's throat right now on who feel like what side is wrong. The women feel like the man is wrong. The man feel like the woman is wrong. And I'm just like, wait. We need to get to a place where we can speak our truth. What is the issue here? Is it because you're codependent and you just settled? Is it because you had them in the friend zone and you were dating around and you feel like you had all these other options and they didn't work out, so you came back to the person you had in the friend zone? I even heard someone say that before. They say, just keep somebody in the friend zone and you just go ahead and sleep with everybody you want. And I'm like, wait, what? That's a good idea to you? I'm like, that's not a good idea, because now you may have passed up on your forever person. Now, if you pass up on your forever person for what if, you're gonna regret it. Yeah, you're gonna regret it, because you have so many people that feel like an option is people that just want to sleep with them. That ain't. I'm telling you right now, that's not an option. Those are just Chads and Tyrones. And a lot of people be like, oh, well, I felt like I found the right person just because they make me feel good, but they didn't look at all the red flags. Do they really love you? Do they respect you? That's how you know you got somebody, when they truly respect you. If they don't truly respect you, and they're saying these things, these nasty things to you, either verbal or physical, you got to watch the flags before you even take that step to even marry them or be in a long-term relationship with them. And like I said before, I have to live by this too as well. Like I said, whatever I'm saying to you real, I'm okay. See, if I dish it, I can take it. So if somebody come back at me and say, well, what if you, let's just say for an example, you marry somebody and they become violent. Am I allowed to leave them and divorce them? Now, this is hard for some people to accept. But yes, you can separate, but you cannot go get married to anyone else until that person passes away first. That is in the word. You know, the word says if a woman divorces her husband, let her remain unmarried until her spouse passes away first. So you can't actually go get in a whole nother relationship. You just have to be neutral. You have to find hobbies. You have to find other things that you're into. But it can't be trying to jump. If you're a Christian or spiritual or trying to live righteous. Now, non-believers, they're going to do what they want to do. They're not going to listen to it. They're like, no, I'm going to do what I want to do, because they're stiff-necked, hard-headed, and stubborn. So there's nothing you really can say to someone that's hard-headed and stubborn. You just can't tell them nothing. They're not going to listen to you. They're going to look at you and be like, really? Like, I'm not doing that. They just can't do it. They're not spiritually strong yet. They're not spiritually there yet. They're not trying to walk with God. They're not trying to walk with Jesus. So for non-believers, they can't accept that. But for a believer, they can accept, okay, I understand if it's too much verbal abuse or physical abuse, you are allowed to leave and separate. That's just common sense as well. Okay, like you're getting abused here constantly, day in, day out, or weekly or monthly or whatever. It happens. Even if it happens so often, it's on you to decide, hey, do I want to keep dealing with this? I mean, I had situations like that as well. Do I want to keep taking this verbal abuse? I was even physically abused by a woman. We weren't married, but in my old days when I was living in sin, I was shacking up. I thought I was going to marry this person because we was long-term dating. So I was like, okay, this might end up to be my wife. And then one day, my auntie she told me something. She was like, because we used to always get into arguments, and I would call her to come get me so that things won't get out of hand and I would end up arrested, right? So she came and got me one day, and she was like, you may want to think about this before you end up marrying her. Not really. I was way younger, so I really wasn't thinking. I was just kind of living in the moment. You know, when you're young, you're wilding out, you're dating around, you're trying to find a person for you. And that's kind of where I was in those days. But I just want to share that with people so they will understand you're not alone in these tough, hard times through inflation, trying to find dating, trying to find love. The world is corrupted. Social media have taken over the dating market. Everything now is competing with looks, money, and status. Who makes the most money? Who looks the best? You know, and it's just draining, and it's mentally draining as well when you have good people out here. But you may have, for an example, you may have someone called, you know, all women. They feel like most women are Jezebels, you know, and you know, the women might say, well, most of them are Judas. They're backstabbing, they're cheaters, they're liars, the dogs, the men are all dogs. You see, so this is what we have to deal with and understand day in, day out. And this stuff can get really stressful when you're a good person, because you're like, I'm not even like that. But you're put in the same boat as people that's living wrong. And it's not fair that they put like this stain on man's name, like we're just the worst thing ever. I'm like, how are we the worst thing ever? And it's like, it's sin, flat out. That's why I say, if you're a true chosen one, true man of God, you're going to keep it real. You're going to speak your truth, and you're going to be able to accept it to make you better, to self-improve your life and help other people. I hear a lot of talk, a lot of people claim to be chosen ones, but they don't tell people to stop smoking, drinking, fornication, living in sin, stop partying, stop gambling. Stop throwing your life away. Chase your goals, your dreams. Put God first. Get on your purpose. Find a purpose in life. Something that makes you feel like you're serving a purpose in life, because that will fulfill you putting God first, and know that you're doing the right thing. You can't sit here and just say, I'm going off feelings and emotions, and not truth that's in the word, that's in the Bible. See, that's what you got to stick to. If you're going to follow Christians, you're going to follow chosen ones, they have to be in the word. And like I said before, if you're married or you're trying to get engaged or you're in a long-term relationship with someone, you need to have this discussion with them and let them know that the bedroom is undefiled, no matter how looks may fade, no matter how much money, no matter through the struggle. You still have to find time to love on each other when you're married. Only when you're married. Now, when you're in the dating phase, you got to make it up until that point. Hopefully you don't see something that turns you off from that person, and you have a serious conversation with these people. And you say, hey, I like A, B, and C. I like my person to stay healthy. We're always going to date, go out. Now, it don't have to be like, for example, the dating market is so just, oh man, it's so toxic now. It's just so cooked. People don't even like to go on coffee dates. They don't. These dating phases mean a lot. Like, this is how you're getting to know somebody. And if you're talking about a 5-star dinner date, or a man feels like he have to wine and dine a woman before actually getting to know her, like, you're trying to buy her love at this point. And I'm not trying to buy nobody love. I want neutral, just respect. We're getting to know each other. We're having fun, going out, building our bond, our communication, our chemistry. That's what matters, putting God first. And a lot of people won't tell you this. They won't, because they're trying to skip the line. Because a lot of people are desperate. They're tired of being alone. They're stressed out due to work. Some people have kids. It's hard for them to get dates because people don't want to deal with the drama of a parent, of a baby mother or baby daddy drama, whichever one have kids. People don't like to go through that. But if they change their life, if you change your life around and you self-improve, you can change these things. And I know it sounds hard. It's just too far, Jay. I don't understand. It's just too far. I don't see. You got to stay in faith. I'm going to always tell you that, because that's what I live by. And I'm called, and this is what I feel like my gift is at, and this is what I'm called to do, to always remind people to stay in faith. And that's for me, family, friends, everybody else. I can't worry about the past anymore. I have to keep moving. I have to keep pushing forward, keep going. I can't look back. So if you want to get on this holy train, this righteous train, with putting God first and staying in faith and believing, this is the holy train to righteousness. That narrow, that straight and narrow road that a lot of people refuse to go to. They will take the wide road to destruction. Many people are going to take the road to destruction. They're not going to take the righteous hard path that you have to, basically stop doing all the sinful things, bad things that you're doing, turn from your wicked ways. People are not going to do that. It's just not enough people strong enough, because they're not spiritually strong, because they're not taught right. They're not raised right. They come from broken homes. We come from all different backgrounds. Why I think so many people live in fornication? I knew a girl just now. I got broken up. Like I say, I tell people this. I got broken up with 2 girls because I wouldn't fornicate with them. Yeah. Because I was like, no, I'm trying to live righteous. I'm trying to be a holy man, trying to live a Christian lifestyle. They're just not with it. They have a Jezebel spirit, some of them. And it's just my story. I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm just telling my testimony on what I've been through with. And I know other people have been through this too. Like, no, I'm trying to do it the right way. And they're just like, nah, I'm not feeling you now. They want people to be lukewarm. We cannot be lukewarm. If you're lukewarm, you're just the worst as a non-believer and a sinner. You're just the worst as somebody out there stealing and robbing people, because you're still partying, smoking, drinking, fornicating, hurting people, fighting, slandering, gossiping. You can't do none of these things. It's not saying we're going to be perfect, but we have to do the best we can to self-improve and grow spiritually, and get better and better as time go on. We can't just stay the same. You think you can just stay the same? Nah. Because if that was the case, it'd be easy for everybody to be deceiving people throughout their life and mistreating people if it wasn't any good out here in the world. That's why we're called to warn people. Hey, you have to turn from your wicked ways. Come out from amongst them and be ye separate. That is in the word of God. So, like I said before, everybody just stay in faith. I try my best to always love people, fill my heart with love, peace, happiness, joy, and respect others, and forgive. You have to always forgive people. And I hope this message get through to some people to help them understand that no matter what you go through with, if you do break up with someone, you have to forgive them so that you can move on. It's for you. You know, a lot of people think it's for, why this person was trying to fight me, trying to hurt me and do this. Why I have to forgive them? Because we're called to forgive those who even do us wrong, even if they wrongfully did us, because they're lost. So once you can understand that that's of the devil and that's wickedness, it will help you understand why you should forgive them, because they're lost. Their hearts are hardened. So till next time, y'all, thank y'all so much. I love you guys. Peace.